MMM vs MTA educational video narration script. Target, 5 minutes, 700 to 800 words at 150 WPM. Script equals if you trust your marketing dashboards, you might be making decisions that cost you real money. Every week, marketing teams look at their attribution reports and confidently reallocate millions of dollars. Most of those decisions are wrong. Here's the uncomfortable truth. For the last decade, we've been measuring marketing the wrong way. The method most companies still use is called multi-touch attribution. It tries to follow every single touch point a customer touched before they bought something. It works by placing tiny invisible tracking pixels on every page of your website, and then stitching together a customer journey from the very first ad click to the final purchase. This approach was brilliant when it worked. But that era is ending. iOS 14.5 introduced app tracking transparency. Users now have to opt in to being tracked, and most of them don't. Chrome announced the phase-out of third-party cookies. The European Union's GDPR enforcement has made user-level data a legal minefield. Ad blockers are installed on 30% of all devices. The pixel era is over. Multi-touch attribution is dying. And most marketing teams don't even know it yet. Here's what multi-touch attribution actually does. Imagine a single sale. That customer saw a Google ad. They got an email. They clicked a retargeting ad. They visited the website directly. And then they bought. Multi-touch attribution tries to give every single one of those touch points credit for the sale. The problem is, when every touch point claims 100% of the credit, you end up attributing $200 on a $40 sale. That's the double counting problem. And it gets worse. Google can only see its own ads. Facebook can only see its own ads. Neither platform can see the others, so they both claim full credit and the math stops working. There's a better approach. It's called marketing mix modeling, or MMM for short. Where MTA tracks every raindrop, MMM measures the water level in the bucket. It uses statistical regression to analyze the relationship between your total marketing spend and your total sales revenue over time. It doesn't need any user-level data. It doesn't need cookies. It doesn't need tracking pixels. It just needs 2 numbers per week, how much you spent and how much you made. This is why MMM is privacy-proof. It works with aggregate data that already exists in your bank account. It sees everything, not just what the ad platforms can see: Facebook, Google, TikTok, email, podcasts, TV, billboards, and even things like seasonality and economic trends. And because it uses your actual revenue as the source of truth, it's unbiased. The number it gives you matches the number in your bank account, not the number in some platform's self-reported dashboard. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. A regional restaurant chain with 12 locations was spending $58,000 a month across Google, Meta, and local print. Their agency was allocating budget by revenue percentage, the way most agencies do. The restaurant implemented a Bayesian marketing mix model, and the model found something surprising. The Meta spend was actually producing 2.8 times the reported return on ad spend, while Google was underperforming relative to its share of voice. So they reallocated 32% of the budget from Google to Meta. Same total spend. Different allocation. The result, 340 more covers per week and $41,000 a month in new revenue. That's a single reallocation. The model had been there the whole time. The data was there the whole time. They just couldn't see it through pixel-based attribution. So which approach should you use? If you are a giant corporation with millions of data points and a team of data scientists, you can use both. They answer different questions. MTA helps with tactical execution, like testing red images versus blue images. MMM helps with strategic planning, like deciding which channels deserve more budget. But if you can only afford one source of truth, and most small and mid-sized businesses can only afford one, MMM is the more reliable choice. The future of marketing measurement isn't about tracking individuals. It's about measuring impact. As privacy laws tighten and the ad platforms lose more and more signal, the smart money is moving away from fragile pixels and toward robust statistical modeling. You don't need to know who bought your product to know what made them buy it. If you spend $30,000 a month or more on marketing and you have 6 to 12 months of revenue data, you have everything you need to start a Bayesian marketing mix model. Visit optimix.aureliansystems.tech to see what your model is hiding from you. The era of attribution roulette is over. It's time to stop guessing and start knowing.